Well, this morning we are excited to introduce you to the lead players in the Colonnade's performance of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Mary Beth and Alex, thanks for joining us.
Thank you
See,
for
I
having us.
said it again. Notre
Dame.
Dame. Okay, there we go. I've wondered for years exactly how to say that. Okay, so if someone's not familiar with the story, tell us a little bit about the plot line.
Well, this follows Victor Hugo's classic novel that he wrote in the mid-1800s. And people that have seen the Disney movie will be roughly familiar with the story, but it follows the story of Quasimodo, my character, who has been trapped in the bell tower of Notre Dame for his entire life. He's been taken care of by the archdeacon of the cathedral, Frollo, and he's never been allowed to leave the cathedral because of his deformities.
Right.
Until the setting of the show, which is January 6th, 1482, is the Feast of Fools. It's the one day a year that all the gypsies in the country can come to Paris and party without getting in trouble for it. And Quasimodo finally decides he's going to go outside and have a good time, and that's where he sees and falls in love with the beautiful Esmeralda here. He gets caught going outside. He's punished for it. And now that he's gotten a taste for what that freedom is like, we get to see how the story plays out as the story goes on. You know.
And how exciting is it to play such iconic roles?
It's really cool. I mean, for me, like I've been telling everybody I've had this Barbie, you know, when I was a kid, and like this was like a character that I dressed up as, you know. So anytime you get to like portray a character that meant something to you growing up, you know, it's so special to be able to do that for another kid.
And we're familiar with the Disney version of this story that came out when we were growing up, because we're around the same age or so. But talk to me about the differences between the Disney version versus the Victor story, and kind of which way you're leaning towards in some areas and in other ways the Disney side.
Well, we do use a lot of the same songs that are in the movie. Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz both worked on the movie and the same stage musical. So a lot of the songs are going to be the same, so that'll be really good familiar for a lot of the audience. What's going to be a little bit different from the movie is we're sticking more with the book storyline, whereas Quasimodo is Frollo, the archdeacon's nephew, whereas in the movie that's a bit different. And also, especially towards in Act 2, it starts really moving away from the message of the movie and goes into a bit of a different ending than the way the movie was.
And this production is going to really pack a punch in several ways. Of course, you have the cast, you have the songs, but bringing these songs to life, you have a full choir and orchestra with you. Talk about how exciting it is to have those aspects combined together.
Oh, wow. Having this choir is incredible. It's been a long time since I've heard this many powerful voices on a stage before, and especially a lot of these songs. Stephen Schwartz, who wrote the lyrics, took a lot of classic Latin chants from the Catholic liturgy and also translated some of his own lyrics into Latin. And so there's a lot of Latin motifs and themes running in the background of the show the entire time. It's been a little bit of a challenge
But
learning
it's so
it all.
beautiful. You know, having the choir, having that full sound, you know, for a traditional, it's kind of like walking into Notre Dame and having that, you know, authentic experience of like what it would be like, you know, with the choir.
How's it been like rehearsing with everyone all together?
It's so cool to see it come together. I feel like we've seen things piecemeal, you know, and now it's all finally coming together. The set, you know, the choir, the orchestra, and just, you know, it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and the cast has worked immensely hard on putting everything together, and so has our director James and our music director Terry. There's a lot of little things that have got to go into it, and so everyone's really buckled down and put in every bit of effort that they can to make this the best show that we can make it.
And so it opens this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how excited are you for opening day? What's going through your minds right now?
Oh my goodness.
I hope I remember all the Latin.
I'm really looking forward to seeing everything come together and being able to share the story. It's a beautiful and tragic and amazing story, and I'm looking forward to being able to share that with Chattanooga.
Do you have any favorite moments that you can tell us about without giving anything away?
Well, there's one of the big songs that's early in the show. It's Quasimodo's song "Out There," which is one of the big numbers from the movie. It's such a hopeful song of when he's finally made the decision. I've been watching these people from this bell tower my entire life, and I really just for one day, I want to go down there and be a part of it. And it's just such a hopeful and vivacious number that I really hope resonates with the audience. That's one of my favorite songs. What else is there?
Mary Beth, do you have a favorite moment or feeling of the musical?
Oh man, I think people can expect what they saw in the Disney movie in terms of Esmeralda's character. She has her traditional tambourine dance number, which has been a joy and a journey to learn how to play the tambourine and dance and sing at the same time. But people can look forward to like that, you know, upbeat, fun number from the movie.
And what I love about both of your characters is they're still very relevant in today's world. You have, we have the gentleman who maybe isn't exactly normal, but still wants to be accepted. Then we have, you know, the female character who is accepting everyone, and that's still very relevant to today. And how does it feel to play a character like that that resonates to today's audience, but is such a known and legacied character?
It's really humbling to be able to do that, because it is extremely important in today's society to, like Esmeralda does, to love and accept everybody regardless of how different they may or may not be. It's hard to describe the feeling.
I also appreciate Esmeralda. She has, I mean, she's a strong female character, and I think that's something that's just so beautiful, because a lot of the time, you know, you'll play an ingenue, and you know, somebody will be coming to rescue her, but Esmeralda, she can rescue herself, and I think that's beautiful.
So it opens this weekend, and it's going to run every weekend in July, right?
Do we for the first,
the first two, this weekend and next weekend.
Yeah.
And so do we need to pre-reserve our tickets, and do we do that online?
You can.
Yes, you go to their website at colonnadecenter.org.
All right, and the dates are right there on your screen. If you need more information, visit them online. Thanks for joining us, and best of luck this weekend.
Thanks so much.
All right, we'll be right back on Let's Chat.